How is it going, guys? I really hope you're all doing well. Um, First of all, I want to thank you guys for joining this virtual group discussion. I really hope that you can get something or learn something useful out of this discussion. I also hope that this discussion can also change your perspective of something, or maybe stimulate your critical thinking of a problem or something, right? So before we start our discussion, let me start by introducing the participants for today. First of all, we have me, Rahil Mirza Razak, as the leader of today's group discussion. We also have Fairuz Zahira Hanun as the consultant. We also have Salsabila Ainun Najwa as the note taker. We also have Muhammad Nabil Halim as the observer. And as for the members, we have Anggita Windahaya Fatiha and Muhammad Haidar Farah Shihab. So, what we're going to talk about today is TikTok. I know you guys are all familiar with the app. It is the most popular app in the world right now, and it has over 500 million users, and most of it are the young generations, which is why our topic for today is the impact of TikTok towards the young generations. And I want to ask you guys, what is the impact? What do you think the impact of TikTok towards the young generations? Is it good or bad? Let's start with Anggita.
I personally think it gives many bad impacts.
Okay, Anggita. So you think TikTok gives a lot of bad impacts, and why is that?
Well, don't get me wrong, there are several reasons why I make such assumption. For example, first, the number of videos that show up in the timeline are often not filtered properly. Let alone, most of the TikTok users are teenagers. So I think it would give them many bad impacts since they are not supposed to watch such videos. Second, TikTok might cause mental health issues. We all know that people all over the world could access this app easily, and we can't really expect what kind of people are they. Plus, sometimes there are people who spread hatred using this app, and I think it is not good for them who get the hate because it would make them feel insecure. And then third, TikTok wastes time. Just like what I just said earlier, most of the TikTok users or audiences are teenagers, and they are still in their unstable time. Or in other words, I could say that TikTok can distract them from productivity because it is very addictive.
I think you made a good point, but I also want to add that TikTok cannot be said to have a good or bad impact of the younger generation because I personally think that the good or bad impact of the TikTok depend on ourselves how we use the application. If we use it only to relieve stress, maybe it can still be a natural thing. Those apps can have a positive impact if they met what's in our FYP. We can get positive thing if we see content like motivational videos, lesson or lectures. We will continue to get positive video content. And on the TikTok, we can see what is being discussed, pay people out there viral. Then on TikTok, we can also show people our work. We can be as creative as possible and we can show our skill. Maybe that's my opinion about the impact of the TikTok application for the younger generation.
Okay, Anggita and Haidar, thank you very much for sharing your opinion. In fact, we have two different kind of opinions here, which make things a lot more interesting. And Hira, as our consultant, what do you think?
Both of Angita's and Haidar's opinions are acceptable, Whether or not we experience the good side of TikTok actually depends on ourselves. We have to be wise in using the application. But if we look more closely at the reality, being addicted to TikTok can subconsciously lead us to several health problems. A study among teenage TikTok users, which published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, found that the platform can trigger severe depression and anxiety. Moreover, the addiction can reduce working brain capacity. Some interviews with 650 Thai male and female prove that 80% of them had bad experience with TikTok use. 50% had been sent nudity and 90% had been approached with sexual offers and cyberbullying.
Alright, thank you very much, Hira, for providing us the facts. It is ironic how TikTok is filled with those toxic kind of people. And as a matter of fact, it's not just TikTok, it's also happened in other social media. Which leads me to the second question. What do you think we could do to avoid or at least minimize the negative impact of TikTok towards us?
I think we can prevent the bad impacts of TikTok by controlling ourselves first. Try to avoid some videos that contain negative effects for us, and then try to educate ourselves about how to use social media wisely, because you can be selfish. Everyone can access this app easily whenever and wherever they are, and I think it would be better to hold our finger on commenting on such bad things that might trigger others, because if you can say something nice, do not say anything at all. You can try to take advantage of TikTok by finding something motivational or inspirational rather than something that is wasting your time.
Alright, Angita, that's actually quite fascinating. Thank you very much. And based on you guys' opinion, I think I can say that to minimize the bad impacts and to gain the positive impacts of TikTok is we just have to be smart on choosing what kind of content we're going to watch. And we also have to educate and control ourselves before writing comments to make a nicer environment on TikTok. What do you think?
Okay, so what I get from the discussion here is that the impact of TikTok, whether it is positive or negative, depends on how we use the app itself. We can choose to be a smart user or an ordinary user who scrolls TikTok all day and wasting our time. As long as we can control ourselves before commenting, so we don't hurt anyone else's feeling.
I can agree on your opinion. It all depends on ourselves as the user. We won't be able to tell the content creators to stop making such inappropriate content or tell the cyberbullies to stop doing hate comments, because there is always a dark side of anything. But we can start from educating ourselves to prevent all the bad things and make TikTok more friendly environment for us.
To conclude, maybe we can sum it up and say that TikTok, one of the social media booming these days, has those both good and bad impacts. The good impacts, such as providing us a lot of motivational and entertaining videos. And for the bad impact, we got quite a lot of unfiltered and unsuitable content throughout the application. It also can waste our time by just scrolling through TikTok all day long. But in the end, all depends on the user. As long as we don't hurt other people's feelings, then it doesn't matter.
Yes, guys, allow me to add something here. I personally think that the key here basically depends on ourselves. we cannot expect the TikTok environment, the toxic TikTok environment, to adapt to how we want the app to be, but we are the one who must adapt to the toxic TikTok environment. We have to be smart on using TikTok so that we can prevent or avoid those negative impacts and absorb the positive ones. Sure, we can just use TikTok to waste time, just for entertainment, just scrolling all day, wasting time, but don't get too carried away. All right, so we have to be responsible of what we're doing on the app. Yeah, I hope you guys get that. And as for Salsabila, as the note taker, do you get the conclusion here?
Alright, well, just to confirm, TikTok has good impacts such as providing us with motivational, lesson, and entertaining videos. It also has bad impacts such as giving us unfiltered and unsidable content. But good and the bad impact of TikTok depends on how we use the application itself. We have to be smart on choosing the contents we're going to watch. We can use TikTok for the positive contents or just for entertainment as long as we're not getting too carried away and be responsible of what we're going to do.
Yeah, that's right, Salsabila. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're actually paying attention to the discussion. Right, before we end our discussion, Nabil, as the observer, can you give us an oral report of how the group is operating?
So after I listened to the discussion today, so I will give some review about this discussion based on my observation. So first thing first, I will start from the Anggita. Anggita has been made a good opinion about the TikTok impacts. I think it's the negative impacts is based on the reality. I think you should be see from the positive impacts how you use the TikTok. Okay, the second one is Haidar. Haidar also has been made the good opinion of the TikTok impacts. The positive one, the TikTok is based on the reality too. And also Hira gave some the fact about the TikTok impacts based on the international journal, and this is interesting because it is based on the fact about the TikTok impacts. So the last one is Rahel. I think you should be more not dominating in this discussion today, but I hope you make this discussion is better again.
All right. Thank you very much, Nabil. I really hope that this discussion actually works. I really hope that you can learn something out of this discussion as well. And yeah, I guess that's it, guys. That's all the time we have for today. Again, thank you very much for your time and for joining this virtual discussion. Yeah, allow me to end this discussion. Don't have a good day, everyone. Have a great day.